Hello everyone, welcome to the session. In this session, we will discuss about what actually the JavaScript is and how to write the code in a special JavaScript file and then how to run the code in the browser. Okay, let's start the session. First of all, we can start by downloading the code that we provided in the very beginning of the course. If anyone missed that, please go back to the course and then download it. After downloading the code, just click here. Now see here, there are so many folders, nearly 18 folders here, and in each of the folder inside, there are one final folder and then starter folder. You will see that happens in all of these folders, one final folder and one starter folder. Here there is only one final folder only, this HTML and CSS. And here also one final folder and one starter folder, here like this all. Now the final folder is basically the final version of the code as it looks by the end of the section or by the end of the project. If you are following the section, then there are any mistakes that happen, please then compare your code with the final code that is included for each of the sections and fix any mistakes that you might have made in your code so that you can keep going on to the section. But anyway, what we are most interested in the beginning is the starter code. Now I am opening this fundamentals part 1 folder separately on desktop. And then I'm opening that folder in VS Code. Okay. Here open folder, desktop, fundamentals part 1. Start. Okay. Okay, this is our project folder and click on index.html, and here that we already had in our starter code here. See here, this is an HTML file because usually JavaScript is attached to web pages. If we need to write JavaScript content, then we always need our HTML document. So let's start writing. Here I am writing script. Okay. Here I am writing the same text that we write in the last video. Let JS equal good. You will see some people omit the semicolons, but this is not mandatory. I still consider it a good coding practice. It makes the code a bit cleaner. And then I am writing here if JS equal good alert JavaScript is very good. Here why I am writing this means this is just for general idea what it does. Now we have to execute this code. So in this example, to show this alert window, all we have to do is to open up index.html in the browser. Let's go back to the project folder and then open the starter folder and then index. Here we are getting this alert, JavaScript is very good, and then click on OK. See here, we see a starter file which is actually this text. If we see in the VS Code, here the JavaScript fundamental part 1 is on the h1 tag. In this h1 tag is exactly what we see here in this alert message. JavaScript is working. Now if we reload this page now, you will see how our written JavaScript code, how it works. Okay, see. And close this. Okay, now I am placing this VS Code and our Google Chrome on side by side. Okay, now remove this. We need some space to write code. And let me show you something very important now, which is how to see results from our code here back in the browser. So let's take this math operations here that we previously did on console. Here I am writing here 40 plus 8 plus 21 minus 10. Okay. And then reload the page. Okay, let's click on OK. And then the calculation is not appeared here. So let's inspect here. Here in console. See, in console also not there here. Our calculation part. Why the calculation part is not available in the console also means it's just an environment that was built to execute small pieces of code and then show the results immediately. So just like we did in a previous example, and our operations by code defaultly. So here we need to add a special function, that is console.log. Copy this code here. Okay. Save it. And here I am giving this. Here we need this text. And then save it. And just reload it. See here the result. Here in this part, it says that it comes from index.html and 29. Here see, this is the 29th line. So it displays here. Okay, let's recap all these because this is very tricky for beginners. And in the last lecture, we used this console. And so then there was no need for using console.log. And here we also needed to know script here when we, and also no script tag in the console here. But now we are actually in the script, no longer in console. So now we need to explicitly say console.log whenever we want to access the developer console. So this is like building a bridge between script here and to develop a console. Okay, now let's actually take this script code out of the code in HTML. So I'm writing this script code in JavaScript file. So here I am showing you is the inline script, and the basic advantage of this inline script is that we don't have to load another file. Now I want to place this script in a external JavaScript file. So let's go back to this sidebar and just create a file. Create a new file. I am calling this as script.js. .js saying this is a JavaScript file, and I am copying all this text here and I am pasting here, and I am removing all this script. Okay, we separated this JavaScript code from HTML code, and then now I am reloading this. So here no action is provided, and now I need to link this script file to HTML file. Now I'm placing here end of the body tag here. I'm linking here script src equal script.js. Just click on this and then close. So we are attached this JavaScript file to HTML file and then reload this. Okay. Then you see that it's back to working, and we have this pop-up here again. If this pop-up is not highlighted means the JavaScript file is not probably and not correctly linked to the HTML file. So once check. Okay, now I hope that you all should understand this. This is all for the session, and we will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.